Hello and welcome to our marriage masterclass. It's good to have you in our module 2. If you missed module 1, please, I think it will be nice for you to go check that out immediately. Alright, my name is Jane Nana. I am of course a Nigerian African, and I am a family life consultant. That's what I do for a living, and I have been married for 7 years, so I can help you if you're single. So now we're dealing with the principles of choosing a life partner. So we'll talk about what principles actually are. So principles are concepts, or a value that is a guide for a behavior or an evaluation. So in law, it's a rule that has to be usually followed. So a principle is a concept or value that is a guide for a behavior. So it's a guide for something. Like nature has laws and has principles, and principles, are respected of no persons. Once you follow them, you get results. So today we're talking about principles of choosing a life partner. So that means I strongly believe personally that God is the institutor of marriage. So what that means is that there are principles that are laid down from God himself to help us enjoy our marriages. So that this means that if we say that principles are a respect of no persons, it simply means that even if God himself comes down to choose a wife, he will still follow the same principles. Life is simple. It's input, process, output, outcome. So that means what I give in gets me to what I'll receive. It gives me a corresponding, outcome from whatever it is that I gave in. So principles will help you not make mistakes. They will help you know where you're going. You'll be focused. You'll know, okay, these are things I'm looking out for when I meet somebody. Let me look out for these things. Let me check if I'm making mistakes. Let me check if this person looks like the right person. So principles will help you know whether you are on the right path or not. So in our next slide, we're going to kindly run into those principles. So this module, I'll be discussing the first part of the principles of choosing a life partner, and then in the next module I will deal with the rest of the principles of choosing a life partner. So come right with me. So now, number 1 principle is know yourself. Know yourself. I strongly believe that this is number 1, because if you don't know yourself, you won't know who is supposed to join you. Marriage is like a relationship, like I was talking about in the first module. So you really need to know who you are, so that you know who can join you in that relationship called marriage. You know who can join in your boat. And then if you don't know who you are, you won't know where you're going and who is going to go with you there. So for example, if you live in Nigeria, if you don't know who you are and understand who you are, you may have a problem. You don't know where you're going. Maybe you want to go to Lagos and you don't know. You get to a park, you're looking out for any vehicle that is going anywhere. You won't even know who's going to help you get there. So you need to know, who you really are, so that you can know what you can stand and what you can't stand. For example, I know people who I can't stand. They are amazing people. They have good career. They have good personality, but they can't fit into my personality. For example, I don't think I can stand a comedian. Okay, when I was an unmarried lady, I used to have comedians come around, ask my hand in marriage and all that, but I didn't think I liked them. As a matter of fact, I didn't used to laugh so much on comedies. I'm so sorry, but they didn't move me. So I didn't think that having a comedian in my life will help me in any way move forward. So I had something with that guy, and then we hung out. He was supposed to go for a show, and oh my god, he was presenting, every other person was laughing minus myself. So I was feeling, so I wasn't proud of him. I couldn't present him as someone I went for a date with. He was just giving some kind of jokes that didn't go down well with me. So because I already knew what I wanted, I knew I was going to settle. But for you or for another person, a comedian may be it's like, whoa, this is amazing, I like him. Then I also realized that I don't think I could put up with a footballer. I just didn't think it was going to ever work with me. I don't like football. I have not understood why 22 people run around just one little stuff in the middle of a field. Of course, there's so much money in it. You can build your life, but marriage is beyond money. And then being a footballer is way beyond being a football fan. So I knew that if I'm going to marry a footballer, my house is going to be football, everything football, maybe court football. We're going to have a football field at the back of our house, just to make sure that we help ourselves push our career. So I didn't think I would need that. So because I know myself, it helped me. So this is why nobody should marry for you. Your parents shouldn't choose for you. Your friends shouldn't choose for you. Choose for yourself. Choose from your spirit man. From who you understanding of yourself, so that you can make the right choice. So the next one is physical attraction. Check for physical attraction. So the person coming, do you have something? I know some people think this is not important, but it is. If you're attracted to him, then that's it. Is a tick for you. Is a good one for you. Is a good mark for you, because you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person, and you don't want to be bored. I really don't want to be bored. So, and you don't want to cheat on your spouse. That's not what you want to do. So if you marry someone you don't have any physical attraction with or to, that means you're going to go long for maybe 50 years frustrated, thinking of how you got here with this person or how you got there with this person and all that. So don't say, oh, I heard a voice, I'm going to marry this person because of this voice I heard. Or don't say, it was a prophetess that chose for me, or a prophet, that like what we have seen in Africa, where people just get a name and go and give a prophetess. No, you don't do that. You need to marry your friend. So you can't give a prophetess to choose for you like it's a gamble game. It's not. So yeah, so you know yourself, then you check for physical attraction. Some people will not be a problem to you, even if they are naked, they won't move you. Why some other people, just seeing them get dressed or having them walk past you, your whole body starts shaking. You feel like having this person for the rest of your life and all that. So that's the kind of person you need, somebody that you are attracted to. So are you attracted to him? Are you attracted to her? Do you think you guys can have a deal together? So you need to marry the person so that you can relate with the person. Thank you. So we're going on to the next one, which is communication flow. Check the communication flow. Check your communication flow. It must be flowing. Someone you lose time chatting with, you must have so many things in common so that you can talk. You love something, you love current affairs, this person is your friend, there's so much you guys do together, so you come back and you're talking with it. So you can have a lot of time to talk with this person. Someone you can stay and chat with and forget time and play with. This is why I fault people who just get into a relationship and spend time sleeping together. If you spend time only having sex or sleeping together, you will rob yourself of the amazing time of getting to know each other. So what you do is, once you meet anywhere, the next thing is bah, you're on the bed. Once you meet, the next place is bah, you're on the bed. That's not communication. You won't know someone by sleeping with the person. Of course, there's a measure of intimacy, physical intimacy, that sex builds, but the real friendship that's beyond sex, because you're not going to having sex every day. That's not what couples do in marriage. They don't have sex every day. As a matter of fact, couples talk, spouses talk more than they have sex. They talk more, they communicate more, because sex is just maybe like 20 minutes, 30 minutes and you're done. The rest of the day you're talking. So communication is more vital than just sleeping together. So you can't get into a relationship and all you're doing is sleep, talk, sleep. No, no, no. There must be talking. That's why I tell people, you build your relationship in your sitting room, not in your bedroom. Yes, that's funny, but it's true. Build your relationship in your sitting room. That's where you talk. Build it in a fast food. Build it, where you hang out. Go get some things, watch movies, go for an adventure, do work together. Have opportunity where you can talk with each other. So don't build it where you're always sitting down, where you have to sit down always on the bedroom and you're always playing. No, no, no. After a while you get married, you realize that you don't have anything in common if you're only just sleeping around. That's the truth. So you have lost all the value because the sex will blind you and develop that physical intimacy. You think this guy is it or this lady is it, and then you get married, just realize, oh my god, we really don't have anything in common. All right, so check your communication flow. All right, so that's it. We go to the next one, which is common faith. This is so important because I found out that one of the problems people have is that when they believe, faith is so powerful. Faith is so powerful. The ideology you have is so powerful. When you believe in different things, you and your spouse don't believe in one thing, you will have a huge problem. You have a huge problem in your marriage. That means I'm talking about what I want to do for God based on my faith level and my belief, and you're talking completely about what you want to do. For example, you're a Christian and then you have a Muslim coming for your hand in marriage. You're going to have friction. It's like you're trying to marry positive and another metal that will not fit. Maybe copper and whatever. You smoosh it, there's so much fire sparking out of it because there's so much friction. You guys don't fit. So marry somebody that share the same faith with you. So if you're a Christian, marry a Christian. If you're a Muslim, marry a Muslim. If you a traditionalist, marry a traditionalist. If you are an occult man, marry an occult. Marry an occultic woman. If you are a thief, marry a thief. Marry someone that shares whatever you share. You're a kidnapper, marry a kidnapper. It's funny, but it's true. So if I'm a Christian and I'm born again, I'm advised to marry someone who is also born again, someone that shares same faith with me, we believe same things. It will be easy. We'll have a smooth ride in our relationship, in our marriage. Yes, it's true. So if you're born again, is he born again? What does it mean to be born again? It means, does he have a relationship with Jesus Christ? That's what it means for us who are Christians. Does the person you want to marry have a relationship with Jesus Christ? Because it is this person's relationship with Jesus Christ that is a security you have in your marriage. Yes, that's the truth. I don't care how romantic a man is, if he's not, born again, where is he going to get fidelity from? Fidelity is not in romance. Where is he going to get self-control from? Where is he going to get faithfulness from? So that's why you need to know he has a personal relationship so that you can have your security. For example, my security in my marriage is not my culinary skills, that I cook well or that I'm beautiful. Of course I am. Ooh, that's not my security. There are many more beautiful women. There are many more women, taller women and all that. But my security is that, my husband has a deep relationship with Jesus. So for the fear of that connection with him, he wouldn't want to harm me. All right, so he has a head. According to what we have in the Bible, it says the head of every man is a woman, and the head of the head of a woman is the man, rather, and the head of the man is Christ. So don't marry a man who is headless. Marry somebody who is under some form of authority, so that will be your security. You marry someone else can control, can say you are misbehaving, come to order. All right, that's a very strong security. You don't do experience. If you're a Christian, don't marry an unbeliever. Experience is not the best teacher. Actually, experience is the hardest teacher, because it teaches you out of pain, sometimes you can't correct what you have been through. I've had ladies come in my counseling list who can't help themselves. They just go ahead and marry, and then all of a sudden the man starts misbehaving and nobody can correct them, and they start begging and they start trying to advise younger generation. Like I always tell, I say you can create a passion without pain. You don't have to wait till you go through pain before your passion is born, before you start helping people or helping the next generation. Alright, so you can learn by observation. Check out what has happened to your aunts or uncles who veered off, and then help yourself with it. Alright, yeah, that's that. So we go over to the next one, which is character. Character is so important in this 21st century. I feel like it's the most golden thing you have right now. You know, I don't know what's happening right now. Young people don't care anymore about faithfulness. The truth is that marriage is a commitment, and it takes faithfulness as a character trait to commit. No, men are naturally afraid of commitment. Some men, rather, so that I don't generalize. So it will really take you some level of faithfulness to make such commitment. You know, being able to say, I was hanging and pitch my tent with this babe forever till death do us part. So that means that you're going to have to be a faithful person to hang in with someone. So you see, so character is so important. Beauty, you know, is good, charm is good, but character is the highest. If you meet a man who has character, you have met a man you can stay with forever. Character like faithfulness, the character like integrity. He says something, he means it. That's an amazing character. It is something that is so lacking in our generation right now. People say what they don't mean. You turn your back, they do another thing. You commit your finances to people, they run away. You commit your life, they run away. You have a spouse who can even steal your child and use your child for ritual. You can imagine that kind of trash. So people have had character issues. So check the person's integrity, check the person's faithfulness, check the person's generosity and all that. And it's now that you're in a relationship, you check. Alright, you test this person in this. There are different ways to test. For example, one of the ways of testing true love is maybe giving. You tell someone you're in the middle of the road and you're stranded. Probably you can't access your internet and you need help, maybe a recharge card to connect to someone. And then this is someone you're in a relationship with, and the person says, okay, alright, in the next 5 minutes I'm going to send you something, and then 20 minutes later you've not received it, 1 hour you've not received it, 2 hours you've not received, and then the person's phone now goes off. So the person is switched off. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you need to check character so that you'll be sure. Alright, so the next one is, what does he do for a living? What does he do for a living? Career is very important. It's very important. It's very important. It's very important. So what does he do for a living? You need to check. So you don't just get in and say, oh, this guy has money. Where does he get his money from? It can be a fraudulent business, and you don't mind, and you're enjoying money by fraud. No, it's not going to last. He's going to be caught along the line, and your marriage will end. Maybe he's going to be locked up, or he's going to be sentenced, you know, for however long in prison after being caught. Your children will be devastated. Your marriage will be broken. Really, that's not what you want. Yes. So stop eating money where you don't know history. You need to know where the stream is coming from before you start enjoying yourself. He doesn't have to have everything or work in the highest company in the world also, but he has to just have something that he is doing. Alright, so look for what he is doing. So the fastest way to inherit a problem is to marry a man who created it, or marry a woman who created it. So I don't think you want that kind of inheritance. Yeah. So the seventh one, which is the last one for this slide, is, for this model rather, is be the right person. So that character that you want to see in your spouse, develop that character. I always ask young people in our master classes, I always say, I ask them, I say, would you marry you? If you're given the opportunity to marry yourself, propose to yourself, would you say yes? Knowing your character, knowing your personality, knowing your lifestyle, would you say yes? So instead of sitting right there and you're looking for who will be the right person, I think what you should do is those traits, those character traits that you really desire in a woman or in a man, build them, cultivate them for yourself. Be nice, be generous, be faithful, have integrity, be kind, be sacrificial. All these things are character traits that help marriage foster. So are you a sacrificial person? Can you take a shot for someone, or do you blank out in a tough zone? Can you be there for your partner in thick and thin? If your partner has an accident tomorrow and he has to have his leg amputated, would you hang in there, or are you going to give up? So check those things, because truly you attract who you are. I remember when I was complaining as an unmarried lady that I was attracting, touts into my life. I had to sit down and look at my life, and I realized that it's not just about those touts, it's me. I wasn't an organized person. I wasn't neat. I wasn't caring. All those stuff. So I'll go out as an unclean person. I wouldn't be neat. I stay attracting those kind of people my way. So you attract who you are. The moment you start building yourself, in any character traits that you love, the next thing that happens to you is that those people who have those character traits will start linking themselves to you. So if you are loose, you're likely to attract loose men. So stop complaining about the men coming to you. Check yourself. If you are indecent, you're likely to attract an indecent person. That's the truth. You're likely to attract somebody who is highly indecent, doesn't care, can play with you, and that's not what you want. That's not what you want. But if you're a virtuous woman, you attract a virtuous man. That's the truth. Sexy women are everywhere, with and there's even technology to upgrade sexiness. You can upgrade your boobs, facial surgery, hand surgery, bum surgery, every kind of surgery, but you can't upgrade virtue, in quotes. So you can't get somebody and start, okay, receive virtue. No, you can't do that. It's something that someone has to sit down and cultivate for himself or for herself. Yes, even men cultivate virtue. So cultivate virtue. You really, really, love it. You attract it. You're not a sex symbol. Be the right person, and you attract the right person. So thank you so much for watching and listening to this module. I know that you gleaned so much from it. Thank you for listening. In the next module, I'm going to do a very deep work on the second part of the principles that you need to get married. Thank you, and stay